have told you all of my stories that I can legally tell you. Granted, I have so many more stories to share with you, but that's gonna go in my future book. Trust me, there's like so many things I wanna share with you, but I can't. But never to fear, there is a database that I can access at any time to find some crazy trans stories. And do you know what that database is? The World Wide Web. Luckily for you and for me, Reddit has so many trans stories that I can share with you. So I decided to go on Reddit's trans tag and I looked up funny stories. So I have so many things to share with you. If you are new here, hi, what's up? Welcome to my channel. My name is Victoria Rose. I'm a 26-year-old woman of transgender experience. And here on this channel, baby, we talk about literally all kinds of gender affirming content, from workbook videos to femininity content to reaction videos just like this. So if that sounds like fun to you, make sure you subscribe down below so you can join our family and never miss out on a new upload. And before I jump into today's video, I have a word from our wonderful sponsor over at Catch Beauty. I have something super exciting to share with you. As a transgender woman, I used to struggle with so much unwanted body hair. Over the 10+ years of my transition, I have tried just about every single expensive and painful way to remove unwanted hair, and I figured there must be a better way. That is when I discovered Catch Beauty. This right here has been a complete game changer for me. I've been using Catch Beauty for a while now and I cannot believe the results that I'm seeing. I mean, look at these before and after photos. Whoa. The best part is I got to do it from the comfort of my own home. No more awkward salon visits, no more painful treatments, just smooth skin on my terms. And girl, guess what? Catch Beauty now has this fantastic hair removal cream and growth inhibitor spray. The cream is so gentle, leaving my skin soft and hair free. And babe, the growth inhibitor spray, obsessed. I have noticed a big difference between the time that it takes for my hair to grow back. Catch Beauty is a transgender dedicated brand and I had to share with all of you because it has made such a difference in my life. So if you're like me and you are tired of the endless cycle of hair removal, go to catchbeauty.com/discount/rose and use the code ROSE at checkout for money off your order. Thank you so much to Catch Beauty for sponsoring this portion of today's video, and without further ado, let's dive in to Reddit's funny trans tag. Okay, so I have a lot of things screenshotted here and I think it's best that we just go right into it. I had a funny interaction with airport security while flying home from getting bottom surgery. So I had bottom surgery last week. Yay! And in my country, it's only done in one specific clinic, so everyone travels to that city to get it done. When I left the clinic, they gave me a note from the surgeon explaining that my dilators are medical devices and should be kept in carry-on to avoid losing them in luggage, and told me that they are very commonly flagged by security since they are very big, dense rods that look like batons under the scan. They're not floppy dildos, they're super hard. They are very super hard. I have like, I think there's like 5 of them of different varying sizes. I'll show you right here. Actually, no, I won't because I literally can't. Well, sure enough, I get flagged by the security and the woman looks at the scan, looks at me and says, "Don't worry, I know what they are, it's fine." Clearly not her first day working at this common trans destination. As she hands me back my bag, she cheerfully says, "Enjoy your new body, I definitely will." Oh my God, that's so pure and so sweet. I mean, I pretty much only hear negative experiences of trans people at airports and security and stuff because they will scan and they're maybe pre-op and it looks like they have like a bomb between their legs, you know what I mean? So yeah, no, that's so good. I feel like a lot of trans folks have a hard time in airport security. I personally have not, thank God, because I never traveled pre-op. That's so sweet. I mean, if you're in that kind of destination where you know there's going to be a lot of trans folks, like Thailand, for example, you have to like know that there's going to be a lot of trans folks. You know what I mean? I'm the uncrackable egg, but I just cracked someone. Funny story. So I'm on my quest to determine if I'm in a phase or not, and I messaged a crossdresser how he knows he's a guy. Just said, "I'm happy as a guy." Told him I have a list of 95 signs I think I'm trans. He asked to see it because he was curious. I woke up to a frantic lots of messages saying I made him feel things he's second guessing, and he relates to a lot of things on my list, how he never realized how much it bothered him. So how do I feel about my list doing this to someone? That's too funny. I'm definitely someone that makes like how to know if you're trans content. I get a lot of people being like, I thought it was like normal for me to hate growing facial hair. I thought it was normal for me to want to keep a higher voice. I thought it was normal that I was jealous of all of my female friends who were developing in puberty, while all my male friends I felt were like developing monsters. If you don't have the words to put to how you're feeling, it's really easy to just dismiss it as being like, well, everybody feels that way. I'm sure that was a wake-up call for them and also you. I'm sure you probably got that and were like, oh. That's an interesting question though, because to me, when I think cross-dresser, I think, I mean, at the end of the day, you take it all off. It's like drag. I mean, you're cross-dressing, so it's for a purpose. You take it off and go to bed and are happy with who you are at the end of the day. When you're trans, you take that off and you are just longing, waiting to live your life like that. And I think that's the biggest difference. Something funny but embarrassing happened to the women's bathroom at the mall. Me, enters with ID card in case anyone says anything. Janitor, why are you holding your ID card? Is it yours? Me, yeah, it's to prove I'm a woman. Janitor, I don't understand. Is it yours? Did someone lose it? I don't understand. Random woman, just come in. Nobody cares if you're trans or cis. The ID is unnecessary. Me, thank you. I'm just scared of the transphobes. Janitor, I don't understand. Me, goes pee. Woman, now I'm hearing from a distance. She was born a man, as you can tell from her voice, but she decided to be a woman and was scared we would discriminate her. Janitor, oh, she should have started with that. Okay, first of all, rough. Rough to be like, as you can tell from her clocky male fucking deep ass voice, that's a fucking man. But ultimately, like, love that. It comes down to like, oh, I just needed more information. Like, it's not even saying like, oh my gosh, there's nothing to worry about, or being like, fuck those trans people, just like neutral. That's all we're asking for. I'd be like, oh, okay, that's like whatever. We're not looking for you to be like, I just wanted you to know that we support you and we love you and we all want you here. Like, you don't have to do that. You can just be like, oh, whatever, that's fine. I think that was a perfect response. Funny names for HRT. Go! Antibiotics. Oh my god, yes, antibiotics. Does that make testosterone the probiotic? Oh my god, that's a new one. Antibiotic and probiotic. I need to share that with all of my trans friends. Oh my god. Antihistamines. Antihistamines. Breast mints. Sounds more like a cursed chicken flavored mouth freshener. Just a bouillon cube. The notorious HRT. Femcillin instead of insulin. Perfect. I need my femcillin. I can't live without my femcillin. Booby snacks. Like Scooby snacks. Like, I need a Scooby snack. I need a booby snack. When M&Ms. When M&Ms. When M&Ms. When I'm gonna have a stroke. A great second to this would be Feminems. When M&Ms. Feminems. I feel like Feminems are probably the better one. I'm sure that's been done a million times. But like Feminem. Boycotting. Disinfectant. I'm gonna spray with disinfectant really quick. Just Chicotine patches. Chicotine patches. Not nicotine patches. Chicotine patches. I call mine E and party drugs, and I adamantly refuse to elaborate when stared at. Me in college. Just really quick before we go out, I need to take some E. It's just like estradiol. Funny exchange with my sister. This happened at the end of August of this year. My family was headed to the beach for vacation and we stopped at Panera for lunch. I love Panera. I love Panera. There is nothing I love more than a little cup of soup and a half a sandwich. Get the chips, get the bread, don't get the fucking apple, get the chips, get the half a sandwich, get the cup of soup, or get the whole sandwich, or get one of their salads even. I love going for a cheddar broccoli and a little tuna sandwich. Are you joking? Anyway, when my sister was ordering, I was looking at her and noticing how messy she looked. Ooh, shade. Her clothes, her hair, how she moved, she doesn't care how she looks or acts, but she had the confidence to not worry about that. I was jealous of her about that. I'm always very careful with how I look and act, as I don't want to give anyone an excuse to judge me. I could never be like that. That is so real. As trans folks, I feel like we are sort of just like hyper vigilant to make sure that we are putting forth the most feminine presentation possible so that no one can judge us. Eventually it was my turn to order, and when I turned around, my sister was staring at me. I asked her what was up, and she said, I was just thinking about how elegant you look. The way you dress and move and your posture, it's so refined and elegant. I'm jealous. I wish I could be like that too. Oh, that's sweet. So here we are, two sisters, one trans, one cis, both jealous of the other. I started to get a big stupid grin on my face. I was so focused on what I thought I couldn't do that I didn't even notice what I was able to do. This helps put things into perspective for me. That is actually a really, really sweet and touching story. As a trans woman that has been in transition and lived as my authentic self for over 11 years now. I have an older sister. I also have a younger sister-in-law, and there are a lot of things where I wish that I could have what they have. I wish I could have the curves they have. I wish I could have the softness they have. I wish I could be short like them. But a lot of them, meaning both of them, you know, a lot of them, all of my sisters, but both of my sisters wish they could be tall like me. They wish they could be, like this person said, more elegant or more like poised, because I spend so much energy making sure that I am that way. It's sort of like a grass is always greener sort of metaphor, where it's like, you know, you see these people who you are so jealous of for what they have, but they look at you when they're so jealous about what you have. And I feel like a quote that I heard, actually, you know what, I'm pretty sure I heard this from Candy Johnson. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think she's the one that invented this, but I'm pretty sure I heard it on her channel, that if everybody in your neighborhood put their problems out on the street and you could either take yours back or take someone else's, everyone would just take theirs back. Because we have what we are used to dealing with, and everyone else has a really tough battle that they're facing, and it might not show it on the front, but everyone has a story that they're dealing with. And this goes for the most beautiful person you see, the most unattractive person you see, the most successful person you see, and the least successful person you see. It really, like, the grass is truly always greener. That was a really beautiful story. It was funny, but that was really heartwarming. I like that. I shouldn't find this funny, but seriously, society, so-called trans people are just leaping into this blindly. You're also easily convinced by whatever you read on the internet. I've definitely heard that one before. Meanwhile, every third post on every trans community ever. Sure, I've been cross-dressing since I was 5 and dreaming about the other gender and prayed to God to change me, and I obsess about being the other gender, and I only read and watch stories involving gender swapping, and I've already picked a new name and would press the button in a heartbeat and shave my entire body every day and wear makeup, and I've been on HRT for over a year and a half and living openly as my preferred gender. But what if this is really just a phase or fetish and I'm actually just cis this whole time? And I mean, I'm just as guilty as everyone else in the doubt of facing overwhelming evidence. I feel like one of the criteria for diagnosing gender dysphoria should be extreme ridiculous doubt that one is actually transgender, and the ability to literally twist oneself into a pretzel in order to dismiss all evidence of not being cis. That is so real. Chances are, if you were spending all this time researching, you have spent over a years, multiple years researching. You've talked with doctors, you've talked with therapists, you've talked with your friends and family, and you've made this social like leap to do this and the medical leap to do this and all these things. Like, there's so many hoops. It's not as easy as flipping a switch, which a lot of people, in particular conservatives, tend to think it is, because at the end of the day, it's a whole lot of work, it's a whole lot of money, and it's a whole lot of proving yourself. And in some ways, it's worth it for the medical community to doubt us in some ways, to make sure that no one is, you know, misdiagnosed with gender dysphoria or is given treatments that they don't actually need. But people tend to think that it's a rash decision, but trust me, it's not. A funny thing happened as I was going to bed. So I went into my bedroom to go to sleep. I had my phone with me, but I accidentally dropped it on the floor. It has a case, it's fine. My whole back of my phone is fucking smashed. I don't know if you can see it, but it is. I reached out to pick it up, and as I was standing up, my line of sight connected with my bedroom mirror. Thing is, I had taken off most of my clothes at this point, so all I was wearing was my underwear, bra and briefs. Of course, my eyes started to zero in on my chest, or rather my breasts, and I just stood there, looking at them for what seemed like an hour, completely mesmerized. I was at a 270-degree angle, and I couldn't stop looking at them hanging down from my chest like that. I guess seeing them there, my mind went, this is a woman's chest, and the euphoria immobilized me or something. Between this and the incident the other day of my nipples being visible through a white shirt, I'm pretty sure I'm fully contextualized them as breasts at this point. I just can't see them as anything else, and that makes me happy. I can say with certainty and confidence now, I have boobs. I just hope they get bigger someday. I love that so much. Oh my god, I love gender euphoria. I love seeing trans women happy. I love seeing trans folks happy in general. I remember when I first started hormones. If you followed me for a while, you might know I have struggled with an eating disorder since about the age of 13. So when I started hormones for many years while I was on hormones, I was severely underweight. And even then I noticed I had a little bit of breast development, and I was like, I have such small boobs, but like they're definitely boobs. And then as I gained weight, I was like, oh, I guess I have breasts. I was like, oh. So yeah, no, that's so good. And a little word from the wise to anybody watching, if you're beginning your transition or you're in your transition for a while, estrogen loves fat. Estrogen wants to redirect your fat to the right areas, and if you gain some weight, you will likely gain it in the correct places, like your thighs, your hips, your butt, maybe your chest, you know, as opposed to your arms and stomach as much. Don't get me wrong, you will still gain weight in those places, but it will be a little more centralized to the female pattern of fat development. And yeah, no, that's so great. So congratulations to you. I love hearing stories of gender euphoria. I just had the funniest affirming experience ever. I got a call from a random number. I'm not sure exactly who that person was. The lady was asking to talk to Mr. Dead Name. So I had to explain that there is no Mr. Dead Name, only Miss Maple now. She was insisting on talking to Mr. Dead Name, and I kept repeating that it is me, just that I had changed my name and sex. She refused to believe me because of my voice and kept asking to talk to Dead Name. So I said, give me a moment, I'll get it. I went silent for a couple of seconds and tried to answer with my old voice. She got pissed off at me, and I was really trying to make her understand. She hung up because she thought she called the wrong number and that I was messing with her. I have mail failed today. Mail failed? That's interesting. Never heard that one before. I have mail failed today, and it made my whole week. My voice has always been something I've been very dysphoric about. I am still laughing in euphoria. The boost in confidence is insane. That's so funny. Oh my god, yeah, no, voice is like the #1 thing. I feel like a lot of trans women, even well into their transition, will still get like sirred on the phone, like, hi sir. Good for you. I'm sure that was very affirming. That's so funny that they were like, no, I need to talk to your husband or this man, and you were like, hello, and they were like, I know that's you. Okay, last one for this video. The last one we have, and this is a doozy. This is a great one. This actually had me like laughing. It made my husband laughing for a while when I read this. Got bottom surgery coming up in 16 days. What should be the first thing I text my friend group when I wake up to get a laugh? Right now I'm thinking a simple suck my dick, as it's a million times more funny when it comes from someone without a dick. Thoughts? That is very funny. I never said that until I got bottom surgery. I always say now. How about you suck my fat fucking cock? How about you lick my ball? Like, I love saying that so much. My husband, working from home in his office, is like, what did you say? Well, I won't have the balls to do that again. I won't have the balls to do that again. Facts. You won't have the balls to do that again. As someone that had surgery like 5-6 years ago now, I will be referencing that to my friends and family forever. I will be going, well, it was strong, it was great, but I mean, it really, like, I won't have the balls to do that again. So this was the joke my wife made after surgery in front of my friends, and it was wonderful. Me, the surgery went well, but it cost me an arm and a leg. My wife, I mean, it was big, but saying it was a leg was a bit of an exaggeration. Cost me an arm and a leg. That's really good. That gave me a laugh. I can only imagine if I was in the room. Oh my god, that's so funny. Send a video of you cooking a hot dog and caption it with bottom surgery was a success. Oh my god, that's so horrific. That is so bad. You know, in like bento boxes, they'll make these like octopus ones. Send that, be like, oh my god, bottom surgery was a success. What the fuck? I thought they were taking out my wisdom teeth. I thought I was there to get my appendix removed. I was gonna get my tonsils removed. I left with a vagina. I don't know what just happened. And lastly, this is gold. Can someone drive me back to the hospital? I think I left my nuts there. Oh my god, that one's good. That's gold. Whew. These really got me. These really got to me. Okay, everybody. So we have gone through Reddit and some funny trans stories. Trust me, there are 1,000,001 more. So if you want to hear any more reactions to that, other trans content, other trans Reddit things, or even not trans related, please let me know in the comments down below because I'd love to hear from you. Some of these really got me laughing. I won't have the balls to do that again. What else? Antihistamines. That was really good. Boycotting. Y'all are so funny. I have seen a lot of trans memes on here as well, on like YouTube, on Reddit, on Pinterest, on Instagram, everything else. So if you want, I can do a reaction to trans memes. Let me know in the comments down below. Maybe even any like meme accounts that you would suggest that I follow or check out. I sure enjoyed filming this video and I hope you all enjoyed watching it. If you did, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up. It helps my channel so much. You are all amazing, and until I see you next week, good luck. I love you. Bye.